What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. Well, this is the first episode of Best of the Decade with yours truly, Blackout Bill, the Debate and Destroy team. Also, my co-host is always the Fiend from Carrizo Springs.
Local JJ
Del Toro. In this series, we're doing the Best of the Decade by year. JJ and I are going to pick our top 10 favorite albums of 2010 on this episode, then 11, 12, all the way on to 2019. From there, we're going to pick our best albums of the decade. But just a little foreground. These are albums. We're no posers, okay? We listen to a shit ton of music, but this is only the music that we've listened to. Obviously, this is all opinion-based, but these are all the albums per year. These are just the albums we've heard of that year. So if there's better ones, please let us know in the comments which ones we should check out. Email us if you're listening to the podcast, which albums we didn't mention that we should listen to or we didn't know of, all that kind of good shit.
My ears are open. I'm ready.
Our ears are open, but for the ones we know, we're going to start it off. JJ, give me number 10 of 2010.
Woo! For number 10, I'm going with Exodus. What? Exhibit B, Human Condition. Dude, the Ballad of Leonard and Charles is one of the most amazing progressive thrash songs I've ever heard.
That's not even progressive thrash.
Dude, have you heard this song? You haven't heard this song?
I haven't.
Check it out.
I've honestly never listened to that.
It's incredible. The build up all the way to the solo to the very end. The song is a masterful song. It's not ranked higher because some of the songs on the B side are a little lackluster, but the A side is pretty incredible. I really enjoy this album. Anyways.
So Exodus, for me, I've literally only heard Bounded by Blood. That's the only album I've heard by them.
Really?
And
they got some good stuff, dude.
Like, I think it's good. I thought it was overrated, but I still need to give them more of an honest shake. But there's so many good thrash bands.
Yeah, dude.
That it's kind of, and so many good bands in general.
There's
but
so many. It's insane.
Sometimes for me, Testament gets lost in the wake. Like, I know how iconic they are.
Yeah.
You know, Gary Holt's from Exodus. Kirk Hammett was from Exodus. Like, and they have eras, and I know there's diehards out there that are probably like, Will, you never heard Exodus? You're a loser. No,
well,
not
true,
the case. Yeah, that is true, but I've only heard Bounded by Blood. Never heard that album, so I couldn't comment.
All right, what's your number 10?
For my number 10, I'm going for a collab album.
Oh.
Legends get together, dude. Kingdom of Sorrow behind Blackest Tears, dude.
Dude, I didn't add that. I was going to do honorable mentions, and that was part of it.
Oh, it's part of it. See, you got Jamie Josta, which is
awesome,
a legend.
Dude. Yeah.
All right. And then you're going to bring in Kirk on guitar. How am I going to love it? And this album holds a special place in my heart because
Let the fans know which Kirk, though.
Kirk Weinstein, dude.
Yeah,
Crowbar.
Exactly. There's so many good Kirks.
Oh, there's so many good Kirks out there. Yeah. No, the Beard of Doom, the legend. Jamie's always giving him rep. And he was right, man. This album, I'm glad he chose Kirk because this always brings out good memories of that era. Remember, Jamie did the guest song with Straight Line Stitch around the same era too, which is a classic.
Yeah.
Which who knows what happened to Straight Line Stitch, but I remember the mayhem with both of them on it.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing Kingdom of Sorrow and just being like, it hit, dude. Like it was cool to hear Jamie on those type of riffs. You know what I mean? Like, it was definitely a different approach. Some people are probably going to contest that I put this in there, but you know what, man? I'm a fan of Jamie. I'm a huge fan of Kirk, probably because of Jamie Josta. So for that, respect. I think it's a great album. There's a couple stinkers, but through and through, I think it's a pretty damn consistent album.
Pretty good.
And for 2010, maybe you'll agree with me. Looking at my list that I went through, it's not the greatest year ever.
But we got to remember, we didn't truly get into metal until later on. Like,
that's
truly
true. At this point, we're still kind of
gateway bands still. We're still at the In Flames. We're at the Megadeth. We're at the Metallica. We're not very into metal.
Very true.
At this
and
year.
At this point, we were still retro listening.
Exactly.
You know, when people are always coming out with their list best of the year, I think I spend most of my time. Sorry, guys, those are the lights. I spend most of my time. We're eco-friendly here. You probably saw it in the Disturbed episode, but we're eco-friendly here at Debate and Destroy. Make sure I get that sensor going. But I spend most of my time retro listening to like classics.
Exactly.
So sometimes it's harder for me to get into like new ones of the year because I'm sure a lot of people out there have the same problem. Is like we listen to something that's new and it's just such a stinker that it leaves like a bad taste in your mouth, and you're like, I don't know about this year. Yeah. And this time, like you said, we were really, really getting into like more of like the hardcore metal.
Exactly.
So I'm trying to think. In 2010, I remember being like big into Early in Flames.
Dude,
That was
yeah,
like my
exactly.
jam.
Sounds of Playground.
Sounds of Playground, but that was a little
like
bit
the
later.
First album, and then I went retro.
But that's 2011.
Yeah, exactly.
My first album was fucking Not Come Clarity, the one after.
the one with it looks like a beast.
It's the Owl Kid.
Yeah,
Mirror's-
there
the
you
one
go.
with the
That's
Mirror's
what I'm
Truth.
talking about. Yeah.
That was the first one that really got me into them. But from there, I remember retro listening to all their albums and just being like, dude, the Jester Race is like everything I ever want. And then
Jester Race, Clayman. Oh God.
Colony.
Colony. Oh fuck.
Yeah. Oh, they're so good.
So good, dude.
All right, dude, hit me with your number 9 of
Number
2010.
9 is when I started getting into death metal, and I really found these guys. To me, there's better bands now, but like going back and listening to this, I really enjoyed it. It's Misery Index, Hairs of Thievery. Have you never heard it?
No,
dude?
I've
It's
never
a
heard
pretty
it.
banging death
Really?
metal album.
Dude, I've
Yeah.
never listened to Misery Index.
I like
ever.
them a
I've
lot.
heard their names like a million times. I've still never listened
Even
to them.
their album after, I think it's called Kill the Gods, is pretty banging, dude.
Really?
It's straight up American death metal.
No
and
shit.
They hit hard. And I love it. I first like that. That was my number 9 pick.
Okay.
I don't know the titles because
Are
I
they like-
haven't listened in a while, but I remember specifically this album.
Yeah, but Misery Index is more like deathcore, right? Or
They're a good mixture. They have a good
Okay.
mix of grindcore, deathcore, and American death metal.
oh shit,
So
big
it's a
it.
good mix, dude. I just remember like it's a pilgrim on the table with the head cut off.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah?
it's fucking hard.
Brutal.
It's brutal, dude.
Brutal.
For sure.
My number 9, dude, I went classic, and they've really won me over because I saw them with Cattle Decap.
Uh-huh.
Number 9, I went Atheist Jupiter.
Oh, did we
Dude.
see that together? Or
No,
that
no,
was a
no,
different show.
No, you didn't go to that one. It was Full of Hell, Atheist, and Cattle Decap in Austin this last year, 2019.
Okay. It's
And
pretty killer.
I had heard Atheist before, like just a little bit, because I knew they were like OG death metal. But after seeing them live, dude, I became like
You became a fan.
super fan, man.
That's
like
awesome.
their first album, and now I can't. The album name escapes me. Piece of Time. Piece of Time. Fucking classic, amazing, dude. They are so tight live. It was crazy to me because a lot of people I've seen Full of Hell on a lot of people's like they're a great band list, but I'm gonna be honest here, guys. Seeing them and then Atheist was like,
Different level.
wow, like Atheist is on another. Even Cattle Decap, dude. You know, I'm wearing my Cattle Decap shirt.
Shit.
I'm a Cattle Decap fanboy. But I thought that night Atheist stole the show. Like Atheist is amazing,
Wow.
and Jupiter's just another
I
test
need to
of their.
jam that album, honestly.
Oh, dude, they're great. Oh, I think they only have 4 albums, 3 or
wow.
4 albums,
All right. Sweet.
and I'm super impressed with those guys. They fucking kill it. So yeah,
Sweet
Atheist
deal.
Jupiter. All right, hit me with
Hell
number
yeah.
8.
Number 8, dude. I think it's their last good album. It's metalcore. It's All That Remains for We Are Many. Dude, it has some good staple songs on there.
Really?
Yes, it really does.
What's the
I think it's
staple
the
on there?
last one with Shannon Lucas, actually.
No shit.
It's become the catalyst for We Are Many. Fuck, I can't think of the top of my head. But they have a pretty good set list on there. It's
Okay.
dude, he has the mid lows, the mid tempo screams pretty down.
No, just like mid screams.
Mid screams.
Tempo would be like
Yeah,
pacing
the
wise.
mid
Yeah.
screams, he has it down on the money, dude. It sounds
okay.
pretty damn good.
What's the album called again?
For We Are Many.
For We Are
It's like
Many.
a bunch of
no,
people
I haven't
on
heard
the
that.
album. It's great. Yes, you've heard it, dude. I promise you.
I probably heard a couple
Yeah.
songs, but I don't think I've ever heard it in full. All that remains, like
It's a
the
good
last
one.
one I heard in full was fucking the Overcome.
Overcome. That was the
Yeah.
last. This was before that.
What? Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay, then maybe I have heard a couple songs. So
I'm
we
pretty
saw them
positive.
during this time. Remember, we saw it was all that. We saw them off this tour then because remember it was, I believe so. Hatebreed, All That Remains, Five Finger Death Punch, and that one band who made the WWE song.
Oh yeah,
like a rock
That's
band.
so random, dude. Yeah,
That was a
but
good
yeah.
show though. That was a good show.
Yeah.
That was one of the first. That was the first time I saw Hatebreed.
No, I don't think it was that album yet. I think it was the album when I saw Machine Head, Black Dolly Murder, Death Clock, and All That Remains.
No, because that would have been 20.
No, that was the
Oh,
time.
maybe you're right.
Yeah, that was the time.
Maybe you're
2012
right.
was the time I saw them.
No, but I saw these.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I saw them
No,
in
you're right.
2011. So it was this album. That's what I'm saying.
Overcome was 2012, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I saw them in 2011.
Yeah, you're right. That was
with that lineup. Dude, honestly, I forgot
They were
about that
fucking
show.
heavy, dude. They
Yeah.
were heavy back then.
They were good
They
shit.
definitely changed. I don't know
But it
why.
was not Shannon Lucas on drums. Because I know what
not?
Shannon Lucas looks like. The player who was playing with them had the like jazz grip where they weren't playing like with the both sticks frontwards. One was like horizontal and one was vertical.
Oh,
It's
really?
pretty cool, yeah.
Huh. I have to go back to that, but I could have sworn it was him.
And rest in peace to the guitarist.
Oh, Ollie?
Ollie,
I
dude.
got his autograph, dude.
You do? That's
do
right. I
actually,
forgot
dude.
about that fucking Ollie, dude. So that was your number 8,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
All right, my number 8, going Dillinger Escape Plan, dude. Operation Paralysis.
Ah,
That's a banger, dude.
they're like
They're
hit and
super
miss for me.
different. They're super different. This album has a lot of like hidden gems in their catalog.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people for Dillinger have only heard like, first of all, most people in my like seeing them regards just go to see them because they know they put on a crazy show. The second wave of fans being like the ones who know Calculating Infinity, which is like a classic math staple. But they have a lot of good fucking albums in their catalog. This being one of them. I'm pretty sure this is the one with Mike Patton does a song with them. If not, I'm mistaken. But anyway, I remember this being a great fucking album. At least an 8 or 9 out of 10, like somewhere in that regard. So I had to put in my top 10 of the year for 2010.
Wow.
Yeah. I never saw them. I missed out. Bought my ticket, didn't go to the show. Last tour at Mohawk. I missed it. The videos were fucking nuts.
Wow.
I couldn't go, dude. We overslept.
Oh, we did. We did fuck up on that.
No, you know what that weekend was for me? Were you ready for this?
What is it?
In Flames Cataclysm. U2 playing the Joshua Tree all the way full.
Oh, you went to that in Dallas.
Yes, and then the next day was Dillinger Escape Plan in Austin.
I could have sworn you saw Meshuggah.
No, that was a different time. That was a different time.
Okay.
It was those 3 shows in a row, and I ended up missing Dillinger because I overslept.
Fuck.
Big hit.
That sucks.
Big hit. I was hungover, and I was like, I'm not driving out to Austin today. Fuck that. So I didn't go. All right, JJ, number 7.
Number 7. It's hard to say because they are borderline metal. Now, I guess you could consider them in the hard rock genre, but I consider them metal as well. Audio Secrecy by Stone Sour.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, dude. It
See,
does have some soft bangers like Hesitate and like Jesus, man, I can't think of the names. I have to go back to the set list, but they have like 4 slow songs, but they do have some heavy shit on there too.
Yeah.
And I think it resonates what Corey wanted to go besides Slipknot,
Mhm.
and it's done properly. I think the production of it's really well done.
Would you put it above House of Skull and Bones?
House of
Part 1?
Golden Bones Part 1? No. I think Come Whatever May is my favorite album by them. It's also probably their heaviest besides their self-titled.
Okay.
But it really does go in different directions.
Yeah.
But the music itself is well played. So
Yeah.
that's why I like it a lot. And I think general listeners would really like it, even if you're just a metalhead and you want to go a different route. This is the album to do it.
See, I've never heard that one, and I've already told you, like, I only know, like, the Stone Sour hits, like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? And besides House of Skull and Bones Part 1, that's the only album I've ever given, like, a whole run-through.
Oh, really?
For Stone Sour, yeah.
I've kept up with them since the beginning, dude, and like their first 2 albums are fucking fantastic. Like especially if you're a metalhead.
Yeah.
30, 31, 50 from Come Whatever May. Do stop it. It's over.
So we're on number 7, right?
Yes.
So my number 7, got to give it the 7, dude. A7X, Nightmare.
What?
Number 7, dude.
It is a banger, dude.
Is
really
it?
like it?
For me, it might be their second or third best album. Y'all told me about that after the fact, and y'all are like, Will, you're wrong. That's one of their best albums. I went back, you're right. There's only really like 2 bad songs
There's
on
only
there.
2 bad songs.
And their best song is on there, which is Nightmare.
Dude, Nightmare
I
is
think that's
insane.
undisputably, and you know, whatever the elitists or people might say about Avenged Sevenfold, you know, it is catchier. It's more of a poppy. You like, you know, Stone
it
Sour is
still
kind of in the
hits
same
hard,
category.
dude.
But dude, you cannot. I don't know, man. Like, I love sing-alongs, and you cannot not sing along with
It's
Nightmare.
still a headbanger, dude.
Oh, it is. And Mike Portnoy's drumming is out of this world, dude.
It really is.
Tell me that during that solo section, that is not one of Mike Portnoy doesn't just put on a demo, a clinic on how you should drum.
Dude, absolutely.
So good. Welcome to the family.
So good.
Fucking bang. There's so many good ones.
Buried Alive, bro.
Buried Alive.
That's my
What a
favorite
class.
personal
When you see A7X
song.
live, like that's just a staple.
It is. It
I think
really is.
that they're self-titled and the newest one, as much as I love Wake in the Fallen, we did the episode Wake in the Fallen versus Ascendancy. I love Wake in the Fallen, but the self-titled Nightmare and whatever people might say, the newest one, the Stage are fucking phenomenal records.
Oh, yes. I
Like,
totally agree with that, dude.
there's a reason why they're on another level. And yeah, it might sound overproduced, it might sound poppy to you, but I mean, you got to remember these are guys that are writing their own songs, and they can write songs that catchy and keep coming out with new shit that's like
good
original.
mesh of
It is a good
heavy
mesh.
metal with good choruses to sing
Yeah.
along for crowds.
I agree. It's like power metal, dude. It's just catchy. Like, what are we gonna hate on Iron Maiden now because they're accessible? No,
Nah, fuck that.
that's why I never understood that. Like, people are like, oh, I can. Okay, yes, from Avenged Sevenfold's like what they wear. Yeah, they're kind of goth. Like
Not
maybe you don't
anymore,
like
though.
a little
They
bit.
definitely
A little
changed.
bit, but even still, like you're not down with that, and they have some of the core, but like when it comes down to their best songs, you're really throwing up like just really big heavy metal songs. Like Nightmare, I think is just a big
I
heavy metal
agree
staple.
with that.
Yeah. All right, so hit us with number 6. What'd you go
Number
with
six is actually High on Fire, Snakes for Divine, dude.
at number 6?
Dude, Snakes for Divine
It's a banger.
is probably my favorite High on Fire song. It's incredible. It not only High on Fire song, but like in metal, in general.
I think
It's
for
fucking
like
incredible.
songs of this year, I think Snakes of the Divine might be
Songs
number
for the
1.
decade, the
up there.
generation, dude. It's literally up there.
That breakdown
It's one of the heaviest breakdowns
is like
of all
on.
time.
It's you cannot match that heaviness.
Dude, it's
And Matt's
insane.
voice, I mean, if there's anyone who's going to take the role of Lemmy in our generation,
Dude, he really sounds. It's harsh. It's a harsh sound.
he's
that's
a
for sure.
legend.
It took me a while to get accustomed to his voice, but once you get there, dude, the music is incredible.
Yeah, dude, Matt Pike
And,
is
like-
the riff god.
Dude,
He's
that
the riff
song-
god.
That song is a pinnacle for me.
Yeah.
in metal.
And I love that the production's still like raw. Like it's so raw
It is, dude.
still.
It's
like and it
still
just hits.
heavy and
it's
it's
a
raw.
3-piece.
It's
So
insane.
good.
And like they have other hitters like Fire Plague
Yeah.
and Fire Flood and Plague, dude. That song is insane. And
Yeah.
they have other ones on there, dude. It's just
It's a banger of an album.
It just fucking smacks.
Is it
dude.
their best album though?
I don't know. This last one was pretty fucking good.
I don't know, dude. I'm not in love with. I like Electric Messiah, but I
Electric
like.
Messiah was pretty damn good.
But I
dude.
love Lumiferious or the one before it.
That's the one that has the black pot, right?
The Black Pod, Rumors of
Yes,
War.
That one's pretty damn good too.
The is it Eagle or whatever, and then what's the Caracosa?
Yeah.
Oh, man, his
Well, I'll tell
voice,
you
dude.
this.
I love
This
that
High
shit.
on Fire album is better than the 2012 one. It's Vermis something. I
Yeah,
forgot
yeah,
what it's
yeah.
called.
Vermis. Yeah, with
They-
like
they strip it
with like
down a
Jesus,
little more,
Jesus on the
and this
front.
one-
Yeah,
it's not as harsh. It's a little. I think it's a little overproduced personally, but this album's fucking awesome, dude. I
Yeah.
really enjoy it. Personally,
I do love that one. So for my number 6, I'm going Agalok, dude. Morrow of the Spirit.
Shit,
That's a great one, dude.
I didn't get to hear that, but I heard a lot of people.
Oh, it's
I
good.
cheated a little bit. just went online just to check what the top albums of 2010
Yeah.
was. It's nowhere near my list, but I just wanted to check it out. And a lot of people rated that number 1, dude.
Number 1.
Yeah, seriously. I want to check it out just to see how it is.
I could see the argument for it being number 1. Definitely. It's just. I'm not so well versed in this genre of like ambient, or I don't even know, like folk black metal.
It's all over the spectrum.
A little bit, not really. Like I would say them. Now you know what I'm going to say because some black metal elitists are going to tell me I'm wrong, so I'm not going to say
That's funny.
what genre I put them in. But anyway, this album, dude, Justin wanted to show you on our way up to the Carcass show.
Okay.
We weren't able to put on a song, but it's very like smoke a bowl, go in the woods, throw this album on. Like it's a classic.
those.
It'll never fail you. Is there any like huge hits that are pop hits? No. But is it a great album? Yes. Like, it's a fantastic
I
album.
gotta check it out.
I love it. You need to check it
It's
out.
highly rated.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
It's not one that I would throw on with people with me, not one that I'm throwing on like there's a certain mood for it. Like, you'll understand when you put it on. It's a fantastic album though. But hit us with number 5. We're halfway
Number
there.
5 is actually one of your lower tier lists. It's A7X Nightmare, dude.
Okay.
And I gotta tell you, like you said, there is some bad songs.
Like 2, I would say.
Yeah, a couple. But dude, the heavy hitters like of course Nightmare, Welcome to the Family, but Buried Alive is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Avenged Sevenfold song. Dude.
Yeah, and probably one of the best singles of this year.
Yes, it's incredible. From the beginning all the way to the transition to the heavy part. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And the guys, if you guys haven't seen it live, dude, it is insane. It's like literally you're going down to hell.
Yeah.
Because the whole part is like it's
but when you get to that part
it's
where it
gloomy
descends,
and dark,
yeah.
the set, and then like when he says I forgot what the line is, but whatever. When it starts getting heavy, dude.
Take it down now. Let your get your
exactly.
fucking hands
The pyro's
off
going
me.
fucking nuts, dude, and Sinister's going ape shit, dude. It's
Because my favorite part too is that, like, as much as like elitists and these really guys that don't like popular bands shit on people like this, there is nothing like seeing a huge band with the budget for the stage,
dude,
and people
nothing
singing
like
the
it.
songs in an arena full of 10,000 people. There's nothing like that. Like,
No.
you cannot trade that feeling in for the
And
world.
don't get us wrong, we fucking love clubs. We do.
Oh, me too. Yeah,
But the aspect
exactly,
of the
yeah.
show itself, what they put on, dude, is
Yeah.
insane.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The show itself. You're right. Like seeing Iron Maiden. I'll bring it up time and time again. Avenged Sevenfold, Iron Maiden, stage-wise, are very similar. They have very intricate, badass stages going on.
Exactly.
Like when we saw this on this tour, they had the gates on fire. They did the
Oh.
Jimmy the Rev on the background, paying homage.
Insane. It's
Before Hail to the King tour.
so cool.
Who was that tour with? It was
The one
A7X.
I saw,
No.
it was
On this tour, it was A7X, Bullet for My Valentine,
that first one we saw.
3 Days Grace, yeah, and someone else.
No, that was it. That was just them 3.
Them 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's pretty
I
crazy.
like Avenged Sevenfold way over 3 Days Grace or Bullet for My Valentine.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Bullet for My Valentine, I can't even listen to anymore. Like, it's unpalatable for me.
I know now I can't do it, but
That one I can get behind, like,
but
people
it's a
hating
good
on it a
gateway
little bit.
band.
It's a great gateway band, but they haven't aged well.
No.
Revenge Sevenfold, I still respect the shit out of Sinister Gates.
Yeah, exactly.
I still
They
respect the
still
shit
play
out of the
their
Rev,
ass off.
and I still respect the shit out of Shadows.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that was your number 5, right?
Yeah.
My number 5, dude. They debut from my boys in Norway. I will always defend them. The legends, dude. Caviller Talk with their self-titled Caviller Talk.
Damn it, dude. That's one of my honorable mentions.
Oh,
too.
dude, that album
It's so good.
smacks, dude. I love that album. Bro, whatever people may say back in the day about death and roll, black and roll, I love that genre. Like,
yes.
and
Dude,
we get
it works.
it works
so well.
You know, people love to talk shit about In Tune Wolverine Blues,
No, fuck
Carcass
that, dude.
Swan Song. But now it's hilarious that these bands are getting so much clout. Like Caviller Talk, Tribulation. I would put both those bands in like a black and roll, death and roll, whatever you want to call it. Like, especially Tribulation. How many people ranted about how good Tribulation's Children of the Night is?
Oh, that's insanely good.
And those
But
same-
You know what?
And those same people just shit on Wolverine Blues.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just don't get it. Like,
I know. And Wolverine's blues is way heavier.
and it's so banging. I love OG and Tomb. Don't get me wrong, dude. Clandestine and Left Hand Path are two of my
Left
favorite
Hand
albums.
Path is insane.
But you could not tell me when Demon comes on. Da-na-na-na-na-na, oh, that
dude,
song gets
stop
me
it.
up.
Stop
And even,
it.
dude, everyone shits on Swan Song, but there's some good songs on that album. Like, it's not the best Carcass album by any stretch of the imagination, but compared to other bands, it's still a good album.
I agree with that.
You know,
for
it's
sure.
it's average. It's okay, Carcass. I take Symphonies of Sickness, Surgical Steel, Necroticism, and Heartwork all over it,
Oh,
but
Heartwork's
still,
number one, dude. Don't even get me started.
Heartwork is the best. But yeah, dude, Caviller Talk is one of my favorite. Like,
They're pretty fun, dude.
they've done so much. I still never seen them. One of the bands I haven't seen. They're on my
That's
bucket
true, I
list.
haven't seen 'em.
Got to see them.
For some reason, I always mix them up with Cataclysm. Always. Just the name itself. I don't know.
With a K?
K, I guess, whatever.
No, Cavillo Talk, and I have the one on vinyl with the owl and the guy sitting there. Like
That's a good one.
I like that one too.
That's one
I
of
can't
the newer
pronounce
ones.
it, and I don't have it in front of me.
Yeah.
It's all Norwegian. I don't fucking know. I was sad that they lost their original screamer, so I'll never get to see that guy. He would wear like the owl. He literally just put an owl on his head. That'd be dope as
That's
fuck
wild.
to see. With crazy, my cousin in Norway, Håkon, he saw them, and he's not into metal, but he sent me pictures after I met him. He's like, dude, this band is sick, and I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, they're the bomb. Like, fuck you.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, dude. But anyway, hit me with number 4, dude.
Number 4, I'm going with Ghost. Their Opus
Eponymous.
Eponymous.
The first.
Dude,
Iconic.
It's iconic. It hits
Yeah.
hard still. 10 years later, it's still smacking.
How you gonna beat Ritual? How you gonna beat Elizabeth?
Dude.
Elizabeth. Elizabeth.
Insane.
Yeah.
Dude.
Con Clavio Con Dio.
Oh, dude.
There's so
don't
many
get
good ones on that
started.
album.
Classic, dude. They're a good mix.
Was the original Papa the best Papa?
It's one of my favorites, that's for sure.
Who's the best?
I actually like, as much as the album's not as that great, is Infestasium.
Yeah, Papa 2.
Papa
I
2's
agree. I
pretty
think
good.
Papa 2's
Yeah.
really fucking cool.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
the imagery there and shit. Yeah. I love the cover in Infestism.
Dude,
Infestism.
I got addicted when we saw them in Houston House of Blues.
That was one of the best shows
Insane.
ever, dude. Before they
And-
really caught on.
You didn't get to go to that show with me, but after that, I got to see them with Avenged Sevenfold, the Hell to the King tour.
That's
They
right.
opened up for them, dude. Stop it, dude. They're fucking good. Ever since then, I've been a big fan.
You
of
can't
them.
beat them live. Like, they're
No,
great
dude.
live.
They're
Another
insane.
great show. The only thing that isn't great live for them when we saw him is Papa's voice.
Yeah, it's just, I guess he's in the back burner. They put up the
Like it's in the
instruments over
background,
him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everything else is way forward in the mix.
Yeah, it's
he's
kinda
so
weird.
docile in the
The
mix.
bass is pretty in line with being top of the
Yeah,
line.
but it gets you moving.
Yeah,
Like,
it
they
does.
always have catchy
Yeah.
bass lines. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I love that shit.
True that.
So number 4 for me, I'm going with a live album.
Oh,
can't-
Alive.
A live album. I'll always go
I
back
didn't
to
know
it, dude.
live albums, dude.
I had to go live album because this one's so good, dude. Opeth fucking live in the Royal Albert
That's a
Hall.
good one, dude.
How you gonna fuck with that?
That's a good one.
How you gonna fuck with that, dude? I go back to it every time. It's so good.
It's
The
incredible.
set is insane,
Yeah,
dude.
it really is.
And one of the
really
most
is.
prestigious, one of the most amazing venues probably in the entire world.
It's up
The
there,
Royal
that's for
Albert
sure.
Hall, dude. Like, no, man. Opeth is one of my favorites. It's a great live album. My favorite live album from them. I really like this new one around at Red Rocks, which I thought was good, but it looked like they were a little
Is
cold.
that in Colorado?
Yes.
Okay.
One day we got to go there and
Yeah,
see
a
a
lot of
concert.
good bands play there.
Yeah. We had the opportunity to go see Opeth there and we didn't go for that live DVD and everything.
Really?
I don't even think it's sold out. No.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that would have been good.
We did get to see them in California.
And it was, you know who that lineup was?
Oh, I don't. Oh, it was Devin Townsend.
Devin Townsend,
Gojira.
Gojira, Opeth.
Yeah, dude, stop it.
That's fucking stupid. That's fucking stupid for sure. All right, dude, hit us with number 3, JJ.
Number 3, dude. You actually got me into them pretty hardcore. If this was 2010, I wouldn't even known about them. But now that I do, Enslaved, dude.
Oh,
I can't.
Aoxima Ethica.
Odini. Dude, it has some of the fucking greatest songs ever. The Beacon, the self-titled song, dude. It just goes on and on, dude. The whole album to me, head to toe, is top of the line.
Yeah, dude, I love that album.
Dude, it's insane. It's so catchy.
Enslaved, dude.
The melodies, dude.
The melodies, everything about that album. That era in Slade, I don't care
Song
what
makes
everyone
you
said.
empowered.
Okay, you're talking about back to back to back to back to back.
Dude, they're nonstop.
Vertebrae, Aoxima, Ritter, and In Times. Those 4 albums are the 4 Enslaved albums. That's the best decade of it, or the best era of Enslaved for me.
Fucking
Like,
mind blown.
how can you beat that?
Dude, it's insane.
Like, I just don't know. Like, I
just
don't,
don't get how
fuck
they're not
all
even
these
more
OG
popular.
black metal fans, dude. Enslaved is one of the greatest prog black metal bands ever.
Ever, dude.
You can't beat
The
them.
melodies just suck you in.
They're so good, dude.
Yes.
Fuck, man.
Man, I can't say enough about it.
All right, so my number 3, I went with Ghost, Opus Eponymous.
Really?
It's just too iconic.
It is, dude.
It's
a
too
great
iconic.
album.
It's so different. It really is a throwback to the retro, but yet still maintaining the new heaviness.
Yeah.
You know, I love it, the imagery, all that kind of stuff. You know, whether people think that's wrong of me or not, musical wise, it's just like you cannot tell me that album hasn't spurred a whole new wave of fucking, like genre or a whole new wave of like bands trying to be like that. And it catapulted them to another level.
Yeah.
Like it definitely was different than what was coming out at the time.
Wow. That is, dude. It's true.
Number 2, dude. What are you going for?
Number 2 was hard, man, because I kind of wanted to make it my number 1, but I didn't do it. It's Volbeat. Beyond
Above Heaven.
Hell, Above Heaven, dude.
Yep.
Fucking smack
I knew
head
you were
to
gonna do
toe.
it.
The only problem is there's only one bad song.
Which one?
It's Stinks. It's called Thanks.
Oh.
It's literally a catering song for people.
Dude.
Thank you for listening to our album. That's literally the only bad part. But besides
Oh, I
that,
know which
dude,
one you're talking about. Thank you, you
Yeah,
beautiful.
exactly.
Oh, yeah.
But besides that, every song is fucking insanely good, dude.
It's Beyond Hell really that good of a song?
The song's good.
It's
It's a good song, dude. It's catchy. Choruses are great, dude. It hits everything you want.
Wasn't in my top 10.
Every fucking genre you think of, it's on there. Everything.
Not death metal. Oh, actually,
Yes,
yeah,
it
because
does,
Evelyn,
dude.
right? Evelyn's on there
Yeah.
with fucking Barney
That's
from Napalm
everything
Death.
you would ever want in a metal album.
Yeah, it's a good album, dude. But I wouldn't put it in my top 10.
Wow. Not even your top 10. That's insane, dude. I love this
All
album.
right, for me, number 2,
Yeah.
High on Fire, Stinks of the Divine, dude.
Great.
Like we said, fucking
get enough,
fantastic.
dude.
Matt Pike's riff
Head to
god.
toe.
Riff god.
He is, dude. I didn't believe it. You were right.
I think those 3 in a row are their best albums. Snakes of the Divine, The Mysterious, whatever it is, and then Lumiferious.
What?
I think
Electric Messiah is good, dude.
I don't think
I'm
Electric
telling
Messiah is as good as those 3.
you. Wow.
I really don't.
Different debate,
There's something
different
bad
day.
about the production. I like it and I like the message of it, but it's not my favorite.
Wow.
All right, so before we get to number 1, you gonna give us some honorable mentions out there?
I already did a couple of them, but any more that I can think of?
On your list?
Let me see. There was. Have you heard of a band called Death?
No.
Or they're.
Oh, sorry, I've heard of them, but I never heard their music.
They're pretty fucking awesome. They're also
Yeah.
death metal, and I
Okay.
really enjoy them. It's their self-titled album called Death. That's pretty banging. Ozzy Scream actually has some good hitters. It's very hit or miss though,
Okay.
but the singles are fucking awesome. And then the other one I can think of is Defeated Sanity, Chapters of Repurgence.
Okay, Justin would be proud of you, dude, because he
Yeah,
loves
exactly.
Defeated
He's the one who
Sanity.
actually, when we did that episode, I was like, yeah, let me go back and check it out. Dude, it's pretty
Yeah, I still need to go give them an honest
bass
listen.
lines for bass lines.
Yeah.
Dude. Killer.
If you haven't checked out that episode, everyone go check it out. Defeated Sanity, we did Defeated Sanity versus Dying Fetus. That was a great fucking episode.
Yes. Any honorable mentions for you?
For me, Meshuggah Alive, dude. Oh, that's one of my favorite live albums.
Yeah, dude, you love them live albums.
Oh, dude, I love live albums. I'm a sucker for live albums. But Meshuggah, there's something special because their talent for how technical their music is and how impressive they are when they pull it off.
Yeah.
I still, every time I will throw Rational Gaze, I'll only listen to the live version.
What?
Oh, yeah. That fucking. Didum, 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 didum,
That's
dum,
awesome.
didum. Oh, that shit gets me dancing. Witchery, Witch Kring, or how do you want to say that?
Uh-huh.
Loved it. Iron Maiden, Final Frontier. Great album.
Yeah, that was good.
Disturbed, Asylum. We talked about that in an early episode.
Yep, we sure did.
And then I put Volbeat above Heaven, Beyond Hell. Or sorry, Beyond Heaven, Above Hell.
It's hard to believe that you didn't put it in the top 10. But that's just my opinion.
All right, JJ, hit us with number. What's your
one.
best song of 2000 or best
Fucking-
album 2010?
They are the metalcore legends, dude.
Don't do it.
Legends.
Don't do it.
As they lay dying, the powerless rise, a dying sea. What else? Upside Down Kingdom, Vacancy, The Blinding Light, False Light. Dude, stop it.
Don't listen to him.
Dude.
That's so wrong.
Core legends.
That's so. How the
Head to
fuck
toe.
is that better than all the bands you listed?
They are. Just is my opinion, dude. I like all metal genres, but metalcore is one of my favorites. One up there, dude. And they perfect metalcore, in my opinion. In my opinion, they really do, dude. It's heavy.
Let's just
it's
cut
hard.
this off. We're gonna delete this episode. It's not
Shut
even
the
gonna come
fuck
out.
up.
That's just bad.
No, it's fucking incredible, dude. Go for it. What's yours? What's your number one?
Come on, you know what my number one is, baby.
I don't know what your number one.
Oh, Aoxima Ethica. Oh, DD, bitch. That's the best album of the year.
Dude, it's
Don't
incredible.
fuck with me. Enslaved
That's insane.
is top tier. Maybe the best Enslaved album. Who knows? That's highly contested, but I'll tell you what, dude. That album's got more bangers than any one of the albums on and those 2010 ones that are listed. I'm sorry. This is all opinion based. We all know this. Our joke is opinions wrong because everyone has an opinion and it's always whatever your opinion is right. But for me, dude, Enslaved has that. I just love them, dude. I cannot fucking tell you how much that album means to me. Like, Enslaved is one of the greatest bands of all time for me. Yeah. Like, for me, honestly,
top 3 album from them.
Top 3 album for them. And for me, Enslaved might be a top 20, maybe top 15 metal band of all time.
Fuck, dude. They have so many good songs.
Exactly. They have like, what are they on record number 15, 14? But they're still going.
They're all fucking good.
I don't know a bad Enslaved album. Like, there's a couple that are like, but I still love them. Dude, like, people love Below the Lights. I really think that's
it's okay. I think that
it's because I hate the drumming and the production on it. But I understand the songs are banging, and it really took them to the next, level of Enslaved. But even so, dude, like, Monumention, not my favorite, still great. I would say maybe the worst is Bloodhelm. That's probably my my least favorite album. Still not even bad, dude. So for me, this is one of their best albums. I think it's easy for me, best album of the year.
Damn,
easy. Top 10.
Wow.
Maybe one of the best of the decade. To be seen.
Pretty incredible. We had different lists. A couple of the same, but not much.
But yeah, those are our top 10 of the decade.
I really want to know yours.
Yeah, tell us yours, dude. Because I know motherfuckers going to be like, y'all are so wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
This random band that's never been signed is so much better than Enslaved.
I want to hear it. I really do.
No, I do.
Fucking diehard
I need to go back
and want to listen.
I need to listen to some other, because when I was looking down the list, there was a lot I hadn't heard before.
Because 2010, I was 18. What, you were like 16? 17 maybe?
No, I was like
15? I don't even
15,
know.
16?
I don't know. So I was really just, I used to be a rap head guy.
Yeah, that's true.
I turned a corner right away. I'm a diehard metalhead now. So whatever you guys can throw at me, dude, do it. Because I will listen to it and I will fucking headbang like a motherfucker.
Exactly. But those are ours. In the comments or email us if you're listening to the podcast, debatedestroy@gmail.com. What's your fucking top 10 albums of the year? Which ones did we miss that we should have mentioned, that we did mention? Let us know. But we'll be back for 2011 very soon. Fucking like and subscribe. And of course, keep on head banging. Peace out, motherfuckers.
Thanks, guys.